Hello, welcome to the reading room. It's Sylvie here. Today we're going to do an oracle reading. It's pick a card and it's on the question, are there any negative energies surrounding you and what are they? For those who like my content, my video, please press that like and comment and subscribe. Also click the bell icon for video updates. And thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. Before we get started, I just want you to take your time choosing your pile, your group. Just maybe pause the video and take a deep breath and, go with the one that resonates or pulls you towards. Or sometimes we have two choices. So if the first one, doesn't resonate, maybe it was your second choice. It just depends. All right, so I'm going to let you choose and I'll see you at the reading. Hello, group one. Let's see what's going on with you. Kind of talking quiet because everybody's sleeping. That's why my readings. I'm staying more quiet. Okay, so let's get going on our reading. I just placed these because they're all like awkward to hold. They're not the same size. So it has to do with a question. It has to do with energies that you need to face or work on, and so you can transform into something even better. So it can I want to say manifest into something better, or it has to do with transitioning into and facing it first and deciding. It has to do with emotions and feelings. So what is negative? What's around us? What energies is around us? It has to do with believing in yourself. Yeah, believing, and then again, there you go, questions. You have questions. You're not facing them. You're not facing what is bothering you or what you need to feel or what you need to understand. You're not questioning. You're kind of in denial. And because you're in denial, it's stopping you from, it's holding you back. It's keeping you from expanding or it's keeping you from moving forward. And so I feel that you really have to it says honor yourself. So, but it's more like what I'm feeling is more like you have to decide what is important to you. You have to question what's going on around you, and that is that important, or what do I want to do? Like what's going on around me? Like what about me? And so that's kind of like, it's not real. It's not a bad energy, well, it is. It's negative for sure because we're not facing and we're holding back and we're not. But I mean, it's not anything outside of our own control, I feel very intense, almost worried to say or to pick up or that's the energy I'm getting. So that's what I'm feeling from you, is that you're timid or you're not you're afraid to look at something or you're afraid to put yourself out there, or there's something that's holding you really back and really you have to kind of like face it. And I really pick up this energy of holding me back. Like I'm almost like I feel almost depressed, the fact that I don't want to look at it, So, and that's for some, others might not be that serious, but for some, I really feel like it's holding you back. What is it doing? It's because you can't be, doing anything for anyone else when you can't do for yourself. This is really holding you back as to putting out for others or if you want to make friends, if you want to have a good social life, or if you want to have a good loving relationship, like this stuff is holding you back from that, because if you can't face yourself and understand what's bothering you and transform yourself into a more positive feel, then you can't give it to others either. You don't have it, you can't give it, you know. Oops, sorry, I'm putting it upside down. Yeah, you gotta put yourself out there. You gotta open up. You that's what it's saying right now. You're just going through life as nothing, like as if it's nothing, like you just don't know where you're headed. There you go. You got the, you're just walking down and just doing your life, your daily life, and going about it, but kind of empty, kind of like it's not fulfilled. You're not fulfilled. Life isn't fulfilled, and every aspect is touching all your aspects of life. It's touching, like I said, your relationships, your others, like when they come approach you, even your work. It's really like you're almost like just walking through life without feeling it. So how can you change that? Or what can you do? What can you do? Well, it says you definitely it's time now, like summertime. It's definitely has to do with time and prioritize. So you have to time. You need to set out time for yourself. Yeah, you got to do it. You got to expand your feelings, and you got to open up and be less defensive, and you gotta really open up. And I don't mean defensive towards others. I mean defensive towards yourself. You're awful hard on yourself. You see yourself in some way that isn't. It's not honoring who you are. Like it's not. Oh, what is it that I want to say? It's not like. It's like you're a wonderful person, but you're not going to see that. You have maybe it's your look. You have something about you that you don't like, but you don't see all the other good things that are really pretty or handsome on you. Like it's like you have a way of speaking. You might feel awkward, but yet someone else may look at you and say, "Wow, you really have a beautiful sound. You pronounce your word in a certain way." Like I don't know. Like there's different aspects. I'm just throwing them out there on what I'm picking up. That it's about you. You need to look at yourself, and there's something that you need to decide, and as it was at the beginning of the reading, that there's a decision about how you feel. Like you have to make that decision, and until you do, you can't face this negative energy that's around you, and it's lingering enough that it's stopping your life. So that means it's not from today, it's not from yesterday, it's definitely been there a long time, and because it's been there a long time, it's actually hindering your progress in all aspects of your life. And that's how I feel, and that's the message I'm getting, and so yeah, it's like an empty shell kind of thing, and it's not that you're shallow. That's not what I'm saying. I mean that the goodness that you have is not put out there. Like you're not even seeing it for yourself, So how can you show yourself how good you are to others? It's like something like that. You really have to open up. But it says in the summertime you're going to have, it's also about timing. But separate from about time, setting yourself some time to work on yourself. It says in the summertime you're going to be able to do it for sure. So it's close. Like you are going to have the chance to understand what's bothering you, and you're going to have the chance to figure out what you need to do and set the time out to do it and figure it out and work on that. Because once you work on yourself and give yourself some time to really honor who you are, life is going to change for you. Initiatives, yeah. And boundaries. So you need to set your boundaries and take the initiatives. So that's how you go about it. Like let people know, because maybe people are not letting you take time out for yourself, or you're so busy with others, or you're doing, but you have this, it's not working out the way you want, or it's not how you're going to be. This crystal in my way. I'm even short of breath, and usually never that. You know, I really feel that you're all knotted up inside, or tied up, or like compressed, and you need to you're like you need to spill out. You need to get out there and go poof. Here I am. You know, that's what I'm feeling. Like it's really strong in this moment, in this presence, and like I say, it's taking my breath away. It's, you know, I'm going like this because that's from the reading. It's so intense, you know. You really, like, I don't know what distresses you. I don't know what you can do or where you can go, but you really have to find yourself a little place that you can sit down and then express on who you are, or what you want, or what is good about yourself. Even make a list. I'm getting these are messages. This is not from me. This is not something I'm telling you to do. This is still from the reading and still picking up messages. And I'm getting like you should make a list, or, you know, of what's good about yourself, or really explore what you've been doing, or what you like to do, or how to go about doing something that would please yourself, you know, and really accept what is gorgeous about yourself, or handsome, or beautiful, or inside out. You know, it's not just one. You know, really work on that. And then once you understand it, once you face your fears about yourself, and you can start honoring certain aspects of yourself, your life's going to change. It's going to even get better, and you're at the beginning. You're going to be at the new start, like you're going to feel refreshed, and you're going to feel like your life is going to be almost like, wow, life is wonderful, or it feels good to live, or it's really in those type of things. Like the energies is going to be in such a positive way, and it's really I don't feel like it's going to be that big of an effort for yourself. Yeah, you have spiritual guides definitely going with you to help you on your journey. Open my heart to my guides, and trust in the wisdom that they share with me. You see, like I really did feel that they were with you. It's open up. Like put yourself in a position of opening up and embracing what you feel inside. And it's a little butterfly or bird. I can't tell what's on her hands, but it's definitely a little spirit on her hand, you know, guiding her. So it's guiding you. But it seems like you have birds, a little creature around you. You must see birds a lot. If it's not birds, it could be a butterfly. The picture to me looks like a bird, but I'm also picking up it could be a butterfly. So there are some spiritual guides that are kind of like hanging around you, giving you messages. Maybe watch where they land, and maybe that would be an area where maybe you should go and stand and just take in the moment. Yeah, I feel like there's so much to say, but I would definitely take time out for myself, you know, work on that. It's such a difference in how you're going to feel. Your energy level is just boom, it's here I am. And you're going to smile, and you're going to be like, people are going to flock to you and think you're wonderful in a different way. Like no one's, right now, like you walk into the room, it's not like your ray is just like, you know, oh, here you are, you're in the room. They may love you and they may see you, but there's that energy that's missing, you know. And once that's cleared up, once you clear up that negative energy, and that's stopping you from understanding how wonderful you are, then you're going to bring that into the room with you after, and it's going to be a whole different way. People are going to see you. You know, I'm not saying you're not loved. That's not. And I'm not saying you're not good. I'm just saying you yourself don't see it. Others do, but it also stops you from being open and letting others see you in a different way, I guess, in a better way. Opening lights. I'm going to stop there because I don't know. I think I got the message across, and I think you understand. And I hope you do it. I hope you take time out for yourself. and see how wonderful you are. Okay. Okay, group 2, let's see what's going on. I'm going to place these cards down right away because honestly, they're kind of big and they don't hold very well in my hands. They're awkward in different sizes and things. So let's get going. Let's find out. So what's the energy telling us? Well, it has to do with being alone or taking time out and be alone, or you've been alone, or you having messages being told to you. You're spiritually guided. You have an ego as a spiritual guide, and he's definitely there for you and protecting you and making sure that you're receiving what you need. They're quite bringing you strength, and telling you to pick yourself up and bring yourself to your highest, like they want you to rise up and fly high. Fly. They want you to stand up and be big, like, show yourself. You also have the tree people, your spiritual guides, the wisdom, or they're really watching you. They don't, so let's see what's going on here. You're almost there. They said, like, you're almost there. Wow, you've been either working on yourself already. You've been so your energy, negativity is almost gone, because it seems like you been working on yourself. You've been reaching out. You've been getting yourself out. See, look, I don't know if you can see that, but like your hands are coming out the door. Like you're almost, like you're getting out of this darkness. You're almost there, It doesn't take much more. The key's right there. You're grabbing it. Like you're gonna be open the door. Even you made a hole enough to grab that key, So it's definitely this is all goodness, all sunshine. Like you're succeeding. So you've been in a state of like having some negative energies around you, but you've been working on it. So either you've been taking time out for yourself, or you need still to take time out for yourself, or you need to go. But let's find out what's going on here. Yeah, in your dreams has been really working. Your dreams have been working for you, and leisure time has been really good for you. So it's affecting your sleep and leisure time too. It very, but for some reason you knew what to do, or you know what to do. So to make your sleep better and your playtime better, and playtime, depends how old you are and what you consider playtime, but it's definitely you're doing so much better and is succeeding. It still affects you in some ways, and it's still, both of them get affected. But you're working so hard on it, you're almost there. Like, you're not going to have much more to go. Whatever you're doing is what you should be doing. Oh, yeah. There's the coldness. That's what's left to work on. I'm not saying that you're cold, but I feel like you're distant. You're not opening up. That's your last. There's aggression and aggression, some coldness. So what's this? Suspended. Yeah. You still hold on to that. Like, you still hold on. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. Take a drink. It's early morning, I guess. So you're still holding on. I feel like you're holding on to aggression. There's something cold inside of you that's and that's definitely what's left. That's your last step. That's what you have to work on. What is it that you're upset about? There's one last issue, and you're not dealing with that one, because you're almost there. You've done so well, right? But it's almost like you have one last step, one last thing, and it seems to be the one that's keeping you back right now. It seems to be something that you're kind of indifferent towards. It says coldness, so cold could mean a lot of different things. But I feel that I'm picking up that you're, it's like you see, but when you watch, or when you look at others, you have this sweetness about you, but yet it's cold. Like your gaze, like the way you see people or the way you look at them, you have this, you don't let the love or the warmth come through, because you still have this anger towards someone or or people in general. Like, so either they really hurt, you really were hurt, and you held that in for a long time, and now it's just a matter of just, that's how you are. I mean, you managed to put that in a certain way, or it's new, but I feel like it's there and it needs to leave. You need to figure that out. It's very deep, so that's why I say it's been there a long time, because it's very deep. And that's why you're almost there, because there's only one last one. And that one seems to be a little tough, a little harder to handle, like, I'm just looking at what it's still has to do with your sleep and your playtime. So take time out for yourself, have good sleep, have a good rest. And your dreams must be a clue. You may be dreaming a lot, or maybe you just sleep good, and more sleep you get, the better you can deal with things. And when I say maybe, I don't mean it's maybe, because it is what I'm picking up. I mean, I guess it's because it's general, so I'm saying maybe because it may be you, or it may be someone else that's listening to this. You have to take what resonates with you. I shouldn't use the word maybe, though. Yeah, transform the way you see. It's funny, I told you about the eyes, how you look, how you see. So it's how you see others. You have to have a different viewpoint on others. There you go. It gives you the answers of what you need to do. You're angry. You have some anger, lingering anger or aggression towards people in general. And so you got to look at people in a different light. There, you've been working so good on yourself, but also people are the same. They have issues too, and they're definitely they make mistakes. They're not perfect. They have ways they act that's not what you would accept or what you want. So you have to see them as, and also how they affect you. Yeah, how they affect you for sure. How you see them. Wow. Yeah. People, the group, the social, when you're social. So that's the last step you need to do is learn how to be more social. And because you really have done so wonderful work on yourself, so now see others the way you see yourself, like how others can be also vulnerable, also hurt, also have all this imperfection, like how they put yourself in their shoe. There you go. That's the message I'm getting is when you get angry at someone, or you think that, oh, they're being stupid, put yourself in their shoes. Like, if I was them, why would I do that? Like, why would I react this way? And maybe you'll start to see others in a different way, and then that'll soften your look. Soften your the way you see them, and then that'll be your last piece. You'll be whole as a person, feeling good, and that'll open up a lot for you. So definitely. Oh wow. Okay. Acknowledge the inner child, it says, and open my heart to the joy that it brings. See, I can take another little drink. So yeah, just open up, enjoy life. Like there, oh my goodness, it just come to me. The last message for you is when, even as adults, you look at the person and think to yourself, Like if I was a child, how would I react to that? Because sometimes as adult we complicate other people's actions, and as a child, you see the action as normal or innocent, or that's them, right? So maybe that's the message I'm getting is think when you were a child how you would have reacted to a person or another kid that come up to you and acted the same way. More than likely you wouldn't have thought nothing of it, or you would have, brushed it off, or you would have told them, well, I don't think that's right, and just like that, so look at that too in that aspect on dealing with people, not to be so serious and take everything personal, and not see them as they're trying to get you as much as they're just being themselves, and they have their own issues, So I'm going to leave it at that, because I feel like that it's already enough, and it feels a little overwhelming already for you. So I'm going to leave it at that. Just know that that's your last issue to work on, and it's not so bad. You're almost there. Okay, group number 3, let's see what's going on. I'm just going to place these cards down because they're just awkward and they're hard to carry. Hold, carry. I don't know where I'm going to carry them at to or from. Sometimes. It's morning, sorry. Oh, there seems to be 2. I'm just going to, I don't know. Maybe not. Oh, is it? No, it's just extra thick or what? No, there's 2. My goodness. So we have an extra message? Yeah, so that one's meant to have 2, so I'm going to leave it there. It's funny, I really felt like there was 2. Okay. So, you have definitely your energy, what's the negative energy has to do with a decision, heavy decisions to make. And so because you're not making that decision, it's weighing you down. So what kind of decisions do you need to make, and what's going on? And you have 2, so let's find out. Oh, it has to do with time or travel or going places. You seem to know what you want. You seem to know where you want to go. You seem to know a lot about yourself. Oh, but you doubt yourself. Your doubt about where you need to go and what you need to do and what are your wishes, and it stresses you out. So the doubt and the stress is your negative energy that's around you, and it's all about you doubt your decision. Like you have, it's not. It doesn't seem to be something that's long term. And it doesn't seem to be something that's embedded in you and deep and has to do with issues of childhood or anything like that. So you're not. It seems like you're a person that has like you're intact. That's what I want to say. You're put together. You're spiritually and mentally stable in that you know who you are and how you feel and how to handle yourself. Like you seem to be very secure and as a person. I even pick like solid foundation, but it's like almost like you have to leave that, or you need to go someplace, or you have a journey to take, and you're going to have to leave your roots or your secure spot, or your where you're at, or your comfort zone. It might not even be an actual real spot. It might be just comfort, comfort zone where I'm comfortable, and it's stressing you out. So the stress and the doubt and the confusion is taking you over right now, and it's actually quite a cloud around you. It's quite like it's surrounding you pretty heavy. Yeah. I love the darkness. So yeah, embracing it. You're wallowing into it. It almost feels like it's part of you now. Like as if you've become one, It's really, yeah, limitation. My goodness, I was just about to say it's limiting you, and it's limitations. So, yeah, you got work to do. This is, it's almost like you're paralyzed, or it's holding. It's almost like you're being paranoid, or you're just froze in time. Like you can't get yourself to do anything, or to go, or to step out, or it's really crippling you in a way that you can't take the action, or the steps into going and out there in life. And yeah, that's a real problem. So yeah, time is definitely an issue for sure. You need time to look at it, really look at it. Like, yeah, you need to think about that. That is something you really need to think about. It says take the time out to look in the mirror. So really look at yourself. Even if you have to write it down, or put the pros and the cons, or or what's bothering you and what's not, like about the issue, really put it in your face, like confront it. So if you have to put the mirror in front of you and talk to yourself and say, okay, what am I afraid of? Why am I afraid of this? Why am I afraid to go? Why am I afraid to take that step? Why am I afraid to do this action? Because it's actually something that you need to physically do, physically take, or physically go. And because you're so much into fear, the stress of doing it is just holding you back. And then because of this high stress, then you're doubting it, you're getting confused, so really face the problem straight on with yourself. And because you're embracing it right now, you're like, I can't go, I can't do, I don't want to go there, or I can't, and you give yourself tons of excuses because you're accepting it. And there's so many reasons why you need to work on it. Like they're saying you have lots of reasons. Like you need to be content with these reasons. Like you need to figure them out, and then accept them. And be at peace with this fact that, this is a part of life, and that's what it's saying. And it's funny because you need to put that behind you. You need to put those thoughts behind you and that stress behind you. You need to put it, and you're going to open up to life. You got to open up to opportunities. You have to open up to your journey, your path, where you're supposed to go. Strategize. Make your plan and figure it out, and maybe that, like lay it out, like figure it out, like, okay, this is my next step. What do I need to do? Where am I going? How am I going? Do I have enough money? Where's my support? Is it feasible? Like put all those questions out, and then lay it out and make a pattern so you can succeed. But you definitely make that decision to act and to do and enjoy it, like weigh it, like weigh what, and that's funny because that is the weighing card. That is a balancing card. Weigh your decisions, put it out there, and really if you have to put it like on a computer, tablet, or if you're a person that writes on paper, journal, whatever it is, but confront it. You have to visualize it, see it, feel it, like, and however you do that, that's how you have to do it to get out of this, because that is stopping you from continuing you on your journey and out. That is a shame. So this negativity has to go, like this negative energy, because it's really devouring you, like off, and stopping you from continuing. It's pretty huge. Yeah, reach for your dreams. My God, you see that? Reach for your dreams. So it's really asking you to step out and achieve things with confidence, so it's exactly what we were talking about. Yeah, that says it all. Like make sure, like make sure you understand that this is not deep. Like, this is not something that carried you through childhood, or it's just something that creeped up on you, latched onto you for some reason, and started putting the doubt and the confusion into you, and you started to feel negative and stress. And so either the decision was too big to take at once, or you didn't have your support team intact, or you didn't have it laid out so you were comfortable and knowing that you could do it with comfort, and it was going to be okay, or even to also, I feel that you might have needed a second choice, or an alternate plan if for some reason you needed it. I'm talking about, like, to back up a little if you went too far, too fast for your comfort, because life has so much to offer you, so you got to get going on it. So it's really get rid of that shadow that's hanging around, and the only way, like I said, the way to do it is take time out and face your problem directly. All right, so I'm going to let that go, and I really hope for you, and I'm wishing you the best, because it seems like it's a little work, but it's definitely doable, and then you'll be okay. Okay, so group 4. If you see some smoke, I just let a little sage, because I just like to clear up some energies before we start with yours. Oh, and then also I put the cards down because they're just a little hard to hold. They're not the same size. All right, so what are we starting with? The strength. So your issue is strength. Let's find out more about that. Seems like there's a big door and you need to walk through it. So either you need strength to walk through this door because you're very comfortable where you're at. You have issues, you've dealt with stuff, but you're very comfortable. But this crossroad, or this door that you need to walk through, seems to be really good for you, and so you're there. Well, funny enough, it seems like you're hiding. It seems like you're hiding from oppositions. Like you're not facing what you need to face. It seems like you're hiding from adversity. Like you're definitely hiding from something, like opposition. So people that you don't want anyone. Oh, I get it. You don't want anyone to think bad of you, or not agree with your decisions, or that you're taking or you're wanting, and you need the approval of others. And so you have something you like to do, and you're not telling them, and you're not really talking, or you're not doing it because of this, and this is stopping you from moving. And this is definitely an energy that's it's negative. It's definitely holding you back, but it feels like it's just at the start, so it's not really full into this, but it could become negative really bad. Let me see what they have to say for you. Yeah, you desire to transformation, so you desire to do something, to go ahead. Yeah, adverse. I knew it. You just don't want to upset anyone, confront anyone. You just want to have peace and be loved by everyone, and have everything just go so well, right? And that's something that's holding you back. And it's strange, because even though it feels like this is holding you back, and there is some negative energy holding you back, but I don't feel like it's embedded in you. I don't feel like it's strong enough to hold you back. So it's either has just started, or it's just holding on, but you're kind of fighting it. You're not letting it take you over that much. I'm not sure. A chance to play in a creative role in your life. Yeah, you definitely, my goodness, your intentions are pure, and you want to do something for yourself. You have wishes that you like to fulfill. My goodness, there's things you want to have done, and it's definitely something that you want. And for some reason, you feel like you can't choose that, or you feel like you're afraid to hurt other people, or you're afraid that they're going to look at you in the wrong way, or they're going to stop you from doing it, or they're going to not approve, this is really something that you need to work on. Yeah, it says the magic you're looking for is inside you. You don't need the approval of others to do this. That's what it's saying. You don't need it. Just be grateful with what you have, and go with your wishes. Oh my goodness, it just gives me chills. Go with, like, it's, oh wow, it's like touching. It's like they're saying to you that it's okay to be you, and go do your life. Like, whoever you want to have the approval of, you have it, and that's what this is, really important to you, but you have it. And the thing is, this negative energy is just starting, is just lightly around you. It doesn't feel heavy. It's just it's you just need that little push, or that little something. It's very you're very good. You just need to know that it's okay. Go ahead and cross that door, and go ahead and cross that path. Go ahead and do what you got to do. They're with you. They're with you. Yeah, see, the son, the son of God is, like, celebrate the sunrise. It says, and recognize the healing energy of the sun. Like, really, they're all there for you. Your loved ones, or the people that's important to you, or whoever you need the support of, or they're all there for you. They're all rooting for you. The energy in here is so positive when it comes to to your opportunities, and to the others being around you. I feel they all love you, and they all embrace you in such an empowering way. Their thoughts are with you. The way they enjoy you, they respect you. There's a lot about them. If they're not showing that to you, then that's a shame on them, because it's really there, and you just don't want to upset them or disappoint them. But you have to live your life, and the only one you're disappointing is yourself. And this energy, I get it now why it's not all that negative. It's negative because you don't want to upset anybody, but there's so much goodness around you that this negativity can't hold on to you, can't set foot on you, can't embrace you, they can't latch on to you. There's the word I'm looking for. They can't latch on to you and hold on to you. They can only, like, lightly touch you, and then they slide off, because there's so much goodness in your life, and so much goodness around you, and your energy is so full of positivities, and your support team, and whoever is there, like, whatever situation you're in, it's really good. So it's just a matter of you going ahead and enjoying life, and go to in your journey. Take your journey. Take your what you need to cross that door. Go. You're fine. You don't disappoint no one. That's what I'm getting. So I'm going to leave it at that. This is beautiful, and you're doing everything right, and you have every right to live your life and go. So that's what I'm getting. Wow. Okay, group 5, let's see what you have. I'm just going to lay these down because they're just kind of awkward to hold. They're all different sizes, so just bear with me for a second. It won't take long. Okay. So, what is the energies around you? Let's see. Judgment. Ooh, judging. What's going on? I feel too that it could be judged spiritually, your soul. Also, it can be judged by others, judged by decisions you made in the past, judged by guilt, there's all kinds of judgments happening here. Lots of different scenarios, but you know which one is your judgment. So let's move on. Ruling. Ruling your own life. Okay. Utility. Well, it seems like you are very passionate. You have this way of being that you have what you want. You live life with a lot of passion. You live life to the fullest. You want things a certain way. It's how you want it. You go for it. You feel like you know you deserve it or you need to do it. So you leave a lot of people behind you. You leave a lot behind because you live your life so much for yourself and how you want your life to be lived and what you want. And you're curious. You're cautious too, though, at the same time. And you really are your own cat. I mean, but you'll swat at anybody that gets in your way. Like, I mean, this is a Siamese cat. The Siamese cat, you can be nasty if you want to be. Like, I mean, somebody decides they don't like your way, you can swat them and say, hey, back off, I'm doing this. Or you can hiss at them and, like, you know, in a way that they turn around. They get like pretty worried. They get like, oh, like I shouldn't have upset him or her. You know, like they, you know, like you're very, and that's something that you live with after. It's almost like you create. Whew, it's like you do so much for yourself, but your thoughts, you have back thoughts on how or what you did to others, or how you reacted to him or her, or the people that are in your past, or what you've done, or different situation, and that stays with you. That's your negative energy, not what you're living today, and not what you're accomplishing, I should say, not what you're where you're at, but it's how you got there, and how and who you affected, you know. Well, you have to create, you have to respect, you have to embrace your personality and who you are. You're hard on yourself, you know. And this one's upside down. No, it's right. No, it's upside down. Huh. Wisdom. Yeah. Oh, it's upside down. No, you're not being wise. That was a joke. So it's like you're ready. You're ready to accept yourself. You're ready to see things in a different way because you haven't been. Like, you feel like you didn't do things the right way. You didn't, in hindsight, you know what? We see things differently always after the fact. You know, and while we're living it, it doesn't show up that way. Well, guess, you know, and now you're feeling guilty, and now you're starting to understand that, you know, that's who you are, and that you might not have done the right choices in the past, and you need to accept that. You're ready to accept it. You're ready to head and take that decision, or you need to get ready to accept that, because the past is the past. How we act before, it's you know, it's not. It says, look at that. It says that you've done things right. You've done things right. You have to submission. It says you have to understand it and understand and realize it, that you did what you needed to do. It was your wish to succeed, and it was your path. It was your destiny. It was what you were meant to go. Like, I mean, it was definitely, it was wise. So this guilt that you have, this judgment and guilt, is is your negative shadow. It's your negative that surrounds you, is your own guilt, your own judgment. No one's judging you. Other people are seeing that you did right. They're not lingering behind you, hurt and thinking that you did them wrong. So if there's a specific person or a specific situation that you're thinking, and it stays in the back of your mind, and you carry it through your life or through your journey, you can rest assured that other person is not thinking about it. They don't know about it. It doesn't even cross their mind. It's not part of their daily routine. It's not part of their day. They don't sit back and think, they did this to me. No. Or this is what happened. No, they have forgotten or forgave or whatever, or not even realized that it was something that you did to them. I mean, seriously, they are past beyond that. Like that's, they don't even think about it. It's yourself, your own guilt and your own judgment. That's you're the one that's hard on yourself, and this negativity kind of like embraced it and hung around you and keeps you there. Like, ooh, I like this feeling, and it keeps you, So you got to get rid of that negativity, and by realizing that you didn't do anything wrong, that you didn't do things right, that you were true to yourself, true to your path, true to your journey, and you did everything in the right way. And no one's perfect. No one is. We all do mistakes. We all go and do things that we shouldn't have done, but they're not something that you have to hold on for life and punish yourself for it. So really, this is something that you have to learn to let go, because the others have. They're not even thinking about it. They're too busy with their own lives, their own past, their own things inside that they think they might not have done perfect, And it's not me preaching. This is what I'm picking up in the reading. I'm just giving the messages that I'm receiving. And this isn't like I'm just reading, and like it seems to be important to say that to you. Reveal your gifts, Yeah, definitely. Your stillness. So calm yourself. Stay still. Let yourself out. Like, embrace it. You got more work to do. You definitely have to learn. I'm gonna take a drink of water. It's early in the morning, so I'm losing my voice. That is something that you have to learn how to do that. You have to learn how to still your mind, still your life, so you can embrace your gifts. So you have to accept who you are and how you are, and understand that you're good and that you're doing good, and that's going to take work. That's not going to come overnight, that's for sure. So it's saying you need time to do that. Work on that part of your life is realizing that just because you're a strong person, just because you're a passionate person, just because you're a person that reacts sometimes in a stronger way, or you're so you have this way about you that's strong and not too tolerant of others when it comes to yourself. You have your boundaries, and they're pretty straight, pretty strict when it comes to yourself, and others respect that. Others, they that's you, and you're allowed to be you, and for some reason it suits you, it fits you. No one's judging you for that way of being. I mean, you're not a mean person. You're just, it's not that you love people and you interact good. It's just when they press your buttons, you slap them. And I don't mean literally slap you, but just like you send them off. And that's only when they push your buttons. So, they know that. People know. People feel it, And there's nothing wrong with that. You're allowed to have your boundaries. And that's what they're saying, that you got to accept that and work on accepting it. You have a ways to go. You got a journey to go, and you got to embrace it, go flow with it. It says with the energy of the moon and all the phases of life. So you have a long ways to go, and in learning about life and embracing life, and there's so much out there that you don't know, and you won't know. You have to take the chance and the risk to go ahead and journey into this adventure and learn it as you go, kind of thing. And that's all good. It's all good. But to go ahead and continue that, make sure not make sure, but work on accepting that you are a passionate, loving person that has a lot of gifts to offer, and that everybody's okay with it. That's what you got to work on, accepting that. because it's very good energy and it's something to embrace. And once you've learned that, you can go ahead and continue your journey as you are, and you're going to feel so much better because you're going to leave that judgment and that guilt that you put on yourself. And now I'm going to leave the message just this way, and I sure hope this helped. I hope this cleared some things for you because you're doing so good. Okay?